Oh, you're awake. Last time I dropped you into open water, and against every reasonable expectation, you lived. So today I got creative. No ocean this time. Today, it's a box.
What are you doing?
A literal glass box, roughly the size of a fish tank, packed floor to ceiling with real rainforest, moss, roots, leaf litter, humidity you can see. I built a jungle in a container specifically so nothing in it could leave. Neither can you.
What?
Your size in this container is tiny. Very tiny. You are 5 centimeters tall, standing on a bed of wet leaves the size of surfboards. And somewhere in this box, several things are already aware that dinner arrived. Let's meet them. The rules of the box. Quick jungle briefing before you start losing limbs. A rainforest floor runs on one currency. The jungle has only 2 rules: adapt or die. Some creatures won't even notice you. Some will ignore you completely. And some will hunt you the moment they find you. So, are you ready for the jungle tour? Challenger 1. The Huntsman Spider. It's already on the wall of the box before you even see it. You stand your ground, fully armed, ready to face the spider. But the moment it explodes toward you at unbelievable speed, you realize you've made a terrible mistake. You drop your weapon, turn around, and run as fast as you possibly can, because it's comically, offensively fast. Huntsman spiders don't build webs. They run their prey down, and their leg span can stretch past a dinner plate at full size, which at your scale is a legitimate cavalry charge. They don't have great long-distance vision, but they're covered in tiny sensory hairs that pick up the faintest air current, meaning your footsteps are basically shouting. Here's the good news. All that speed is a straight-line weapon. Huntsmen are ambush sprinters, not tacticians. They close distance fast, but they're bad at sudden direction changes once they're already moving. It commits to a charge. You cut hard around a curled leaf, and it skids past you into the dirt like it's never had to turn before in its life. First win of the box. Don't get used to it. Challenger 2. The tapir-sized millipede. Okay, not a tapir. It just walks like one has been squashed flat and given 400 legs. Giant African millipedes at full size are nothing to worry about. Slow, harmless, borderline pettable. At your size, one is a rolling wall of segmented armor the length of a school bus, and it moves with the unbothered confidence of something that has never once needed to be fast, because nothing wants to eat it. Here's why. When threatened, it curls into a tight coil and secretes a defensive fluid loaded with compounds related to cyanide. It's not aiming this at you specifically. It's aiming it at everything, all the time, as a policy. You are not the target. You are just in the blast radius of a very slow, very smelly, extremely confident wall. You press yourself flat against a rock as it rumbles past, closer than comfortable, and it doesn't even acknowledge you exist. Somehow, the least threatening interaction of the day was also the one that could have technically poisoned you. Challenger 3. Weaver ants. You climb a low branch to get a better view of the box. Bad move. This branch is occupied. Weaver ants don't just bite. They clamp down with serrated jaws and then curl their abdomen forward to spray formic acid directly into the wound, which somehow makes the bite worse after the bite already happened. Individually manageable. The problem is there's never an individual weaver ant. Colonies can number in the hundreds of thousands, and they communicate a threat almost instantly through pheromone trails, meaning the ant that found you is not the ant you need to worry about. It's the 40 that are coming. You've got maybe 4 seconds before this branch turns into a war zone. You do the only sensible thing. Let go and fall. It's not a plan. It's just physics. But it works. You hit the leaf litter below hard enough to see stars, and the ants lose your trail in the chaos. Graceless. Effective. Moving on. Challenger 4. The glass frog. You land directly in front of something that, from below, you genuinely cannot see the danger of. It's small. It's cute. Its skin is so translucent you can see its own heart beating through its chest, which is either beautiful or deeply unsettling depending on how your day's been going. Glass frogs aren't venomous, and they're not particularly aggressive, but they are ambush predators, with a tongue strike measured among the fastest muscle movements in the animal kingdom. Faster than a reflex. Faster than you can process before it's already happened. The only reason you're still breathing is that its strike range is short, and you landed just outside it. It watches you. You watch it. Neither of you moves for what feels like an hour. Then something bigger crashes through the undergrowth behind you both, and you both bolt in opposite directions. Draw. You'll take it. Challenger 5. The tailless whip scorpion. The thing that scared off the frog turns out to be worse. Despite the name, it has no stinger and no venom, which sounds like relief until you clock the rest of it. Its front legs have evolved into whip-thin sensory feelers that can stretch multiple times its own body length, sweeping the ground ahead of it like radar. And its actual weapons are a pair of spiked, grasping pedipalps built to pin prey in place before it feeds. It's not fast. It doesn't need to be. Once those feelers find you, it knows exactly where you are at all times. And it closes the gap methodically. You do the only thing that's ever worked on something that hunts by touch. You stop touching anything. You climb straight up a wet vine, off the ground entirely, out of its detection range. It sweeps the space where you used to be for a solid 10 seconds before giving up. Textbook escape. Somehow, the scariest looking thing in the box so far was also the easiest one to lose. Challenger 6. Bullet ants. You climb down from the vine directly into the middle of a foraging trail, and this is the one giant you was actually excited for. The bullet ant sits at the top of the Schmidt's Sting Pain Index, the closest thing entomology has to an official ranking of how much will this hurt? And it tops the chart. People who've been stung describe waves of pain lasting most of a day at full human size. At 5 centimeters, taking a dose that size never evolved to account for, it's not a sting. It's closer to a system failure. There's no clever way through this one. It finds your leg, it stings, and the only strategy left is enduring it. You don't beat this challenger. You survive it badly, dragging one leg behind you like it's made of lead, for the next several minutes. Definitive loss. First real one of the day. Oh, my tiny friend. I thought you will defend it. I hope you are not much injured. You're limping, which is exactly the kind of prey this next one specializes in. Assassin bugs hunt with a curved, needle-like mouthpart, called a rostrum, which they use to stab prey and inject a cocktail of enzymes that liquefies the insides before the bug drinks the results through the same needle. It's slow and patient rather than fast. It doesn't chase, it stalks, closing distance a few centimeters at a time while you're too hurt to outrun it. It's one real weakness. It hunts almost entirely by touching prey directly with its front legs before committing to the strike. Sight isn't the tool here. Contact is. You go still, genuinely still, mid-stride, mid-limp, and let it walk its feelers straight past your leg without registering you as anything worth stabbing. It moves on. You almost throw up from adrenaline. Second win. Arguably the hardest earned one yet. That's the box. My tiny friend. A spider that overcommitted. A millipede that never noticed you. An ant swarm. A frog standoff. A scorpion you outthought. A sting that tops the charts. A buck you fooled by holding still. And the one thing patient enough to win by doing absolutely nothing. Until the very end. 2 clean wins. A handful of survivals. Next time I says the box gets smaller. See you then. And sorry for Bullet Ant.